Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin, this is Teddy, and today we're doing another unboxing and overview of a GTX960 that will appeal to those of you with Mini-ITX rigs or thinking about building a Mini-ITX build sometime in the future. So it's the Gigabyte GeForce GTX960. I'm going to call it the 1X 960 from Gigabyte. 1X Windforce, I suppose, would be another way to look at it. But this is their Mini-ITX GTX960, and it's really small, which we'll talk about very soon. But let's get straight into it then. So as always, it's the same stuff we've talked about a bunch of times. It's a GTX960, which means it's a Maxwell GPU running a GM206 GPU in it. That's 1024 CUDA cores, and this one runs at a base clock of 1165 MHz and a boost of 1228 MHz. Although, as always, a GPU Boost 2.0 will change that. One thing I noticed straight away: there's no foam around this GPU, so it's just this cardboard on the sides. I don't like that too much. It's not too good. This card is coming in at a, I'd say, somewhat significant lower price than the other two Gigabyte models, well, especially when compared to the G1 Gaming. So we'll see what other stuff this graphics card comes with. So you just get a single 6-pin to Molex power adapter, quick guide, and driver CD, so all pretty standard stuff. But yeah, no foam, so I'm a little bit disappointed about that. Gigabyte, really, could have done a better job there. Oh well. So we shall carry on then. Get this GPU out. There we go. Wow, this thing is absolutely tiny. Wow, that is a very, very small graphics card. Yeah, so this comes with 2 gigabytes of GDDR5, just like all the others. That's on a 128-bit memory bus, and 7010 megahertz speed, just like all the others. So memory-wise, it's exactly the same. All the Gigabyte models are exactly the same. 120 watt TDP, which is also standard. It has their 3rd generation Delta color compression, which makes up for that little 128-bit bus on it, which means you're not going to have problems there anyways. Well, you shouldn't in theory. Dynamic super resolution or super sampling anti-aliasing, which renders scene at high resolution like 4K and then downscales it to like 1080p for a better graphics quality. MFAA, which is just a much more efficient version of MSAA, and we don't really need to talk about VXGI illumination technique on this little guy. So yeah, there's not much to talk about there. SLI, well, you're only going to get 2-way SLI up here, so you see just the single finger and just a single 6-pin power connector, so it's not going to take too much power either. If we look around at I/O, we just have single display port, single HDMI port, and a DVI-D and DVI-I connection. So pretty, somewhat standard there. Now, it has a system power requirement of 400 watts, which is a key thing with Mini-ITX builds, because I know a lot of you out there don't run very heavy power supplies in them, which of course is pretty standard, so that's good. Now the cooler is what most of you are probably interested in. Does this thing actually effectively cool? And so far I would say yes, from all the things I have been reading. It actually does a decent job for what it is. Although this card isn't really, that's at the stock speeds, remember. This card isn't really made to be overclocked, although I'm sure you can to a certain degree as well. So the cooler is Gigabyte, or features Gigabyte's unique fan blade design. So this is the same fan design that we see on all of the Gigabyte models, which is basically, they say, have just been redesigned so it produces more airflow and less air turbulence, which means less fan noise, which is always a good thing. It has their pure copper heat pipe technology, so you see 2 big heat pipes out the top there, and that directly touches the GPU itself. That's to give better cooling efficiency, transfer efficiency. It has their optimized fan speed according to real-time GPU temperatures, which is another good thing to see, and improved power efficiency. And this thing's coming in size-wise at only 17 centimeters in length. That's if you discount the IO shield. So only 17 centimeters with the IO shield. It is 181 millimeters. So that's they just do that for marketing reasons. But the real talk side of it is this is 181 centimeters with the back, which will just stick out the back of the case. So the IO. So that doesn't. I guess it somewhat counts. It's a little bit funny the way they do it. Now it also has the ultra durable VGA. Which means lower GPU temperatures, longer lifespan on the components, better overclocking if you really want to overclock this guy, because there'll be less voltage ripples, and so it'll just be more stable when you do overclock it. And also a decreased power switching loss, which also means yeah, just better overclocking, better power efficiency, and all that fun stuff. And then the overall dimensions for this guy is it's 42 millimeters high, 181 millimeters long, and 136 millimeters wide. So I'd imagine this would fit in pretty much every Mini-ITX case that I can think of, all the recent ones that have come out anyways. So this one should be a pretty good fit. So it should go in everything, and cooling wise it looks fairly solid overall. Being that it's just basically a single fan Windforce cooler, like the other ones have just been with the extra fans chopped off. So overall I think this is worth considering if you have a Mini-ITX build or rig, and you've been looking to upgrade but you're not sure what will fit. You know, maybe you have a really small one. I'm pretty sure this guy's going to fit in everything, so you should be pretty good. Now that's going to round out this video. Please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you haven't already, so you catch my latest videos as soon as they drop. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.